Evening, everybody. Happy Sunday, August 13th to everyone. Hold on, I need something to drink. We'll give a couple seconds here, see if everybody wants to jump on. I didn't get on this thing till a little late. Didn't get it fired up until just a couple minutes ago, so people are probably just catching up and getting on. Yeah, a few people jumping on now. I got 7 people and 2 thumbs up, so I'm almost batting 500 here. Hey, Bradley, how you doing? All right, there's some people. Luke and Phil. Nick Padula's here. Good to see you. Tim Schloud's here. Tim first made it for me a few days ago. Did a good job. Thanks for doing that. Okay, Craig. Jim and Rich and Scott Krieg. Steve Steele, good to see you. Pat Enos. A lot of Tangle Tackle Army members jumping on here. Always want to remind everybody, if you want to join the Tangle Tackle Army, the link, I think the link's down below. I haven't put it there yet, but I'll put it there in a few minutes. Yeah, it gets you access to our private Discord page where we talk fishing and, a lot of networking going on, a lot of information. Recipe section, buy, sell, trade section, covers Wisconsin, Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Superior, bow hunting, all sorts of stuff. Todd Bone, good to see you, man. Hey, Jason, Pat. All right. Thanks for the thumbs up, Michael. Michael Waldner. Hey, Bill Gerlach over in Minnesota. How is it in Minnesota? I shouldn't do that. It's a terrible, terrible Minnesota accent. I'll stop that now. Thanks for the thumbs up, Phil, and Ryan Purchase. Thanks for that. Ryan Purchase, your Tangle Tackle Army. What are you, like a master sergeant now? I can see your rank on there, man. You're one of the top dogs, no doubt. The longer you stay on the Tangle Tackle Army, the more your rank goes up. Aimlessly drifting 12 for 15 on Sturgeon Bay. Nice job. Yeah, you betcha. Thanks, Bill. I've traveled, I don't know, all over this country. Well, good section of it. And you never realize that you have an accent till you get someplace else. And people say, yeah, you got a Michigan accent. I didn't know there was such a thing as a Michigan accent. Yeah, I guess there is. Yeah. Central Michigan, where, right in central Michigan where I grew up, a lot of farm area, and people say there's a farm accent down there, and I don't know, maybe I got some of that. I don't know. You can never tell till other people mention it. But Luke, 10 for 15 in Ludington this morning. Yeah, it was snapping this morning pretty good. Last 2 days, it's been blowing hard. Yesterday, we ran out of Manistee and 4-footers. I had a pretty hardy crew. Jay Brunsting and his crew. Those guys fishing me 2 years in a row now. And, yeah, we got to the pier heads, and it was 4-footers crashing over them. And I said, if you guys want to go, we'll go. And those guys said, heck yeah. So, heck yeah, we went. And we had a pretty good day. We got blew off the lake by about 8 a.m., but we had 8 fish in the box by then on probably 15, 16 bites. And then this morning we ran out. Wasn't quite as bad. We ran out in 2 to 3s, and they built up a little more. They were getting a little sporty there towards the end. And we had close to 20 bites this morning, and we left more than half of those still in the lake. Guys just couldn't get them in. Well, that's fine. Sometimes that happens. You can't keep them hooked up. But yeah, 20 bites is still pretty darn good. I was happy with that. So Rick F going 0 for 0. Supposed to come up tomorrow. Nice. Ryan Purchase, where you at? 109 degrees. I missed where you at. You must be Arizona or Texas or something, huh? Yeah, Bob, 120 bites in Ludington. Yeah. So fishing's pretty good. So I'm going to try and make this one a little short tonight. I wanted to do something with Scott at Dreamweaver, and that was mostly my fault. I just got so caught up in doing things. Got so many things to, you get done on after wind days, and you're going to have busted gear, and you're going to need to change things out, and you're going to need to repair things. And so I got caught up in doing that and taking care of all that stuff. And more my fault than anything. I just didn't get with Scott enough time to go down there and do something with him. We're talking about trying to do that maybe next weekend instead. So my apologies on that, but obviously I want to keep bringing you guys whatever videos you want. And I actually toyed with the idea of maybe postponing this one, but cause I'm dragging. I am. I can tell I am, but that's fine. Who cares? Suck it up, Buttercup, right? And but I wanted to keep, I always tell you guys and gals, I want to keep bringing you these things every Sunday, so that's why we're here. Somebody just asked how my charter schedule is looking for the fall. I actually have quite a few dates open in September. August is, I might have 1 or 2 afternoon spots, maybe one spot in the morning in the late August still available. I try to keep a couple open in case we have wind days, I can reschedule people. But I do have several open in September. If somebody wants a trip in September, I missed who that was. Just get a hold of me at darkbluecharters.com. My phone number's on there, my email's on there. Give me a call or a text or an email, and yeah, I'll be happy to try to get you out. Mark Pearson coming over on Friday. Yeah. Somebody asked if fish are staging right now. There's a ton of fish right out front in Manistee. Because north wind over the last 2 days didn't do us any favors. So I think they're going to hold right there. And if the water really shoots down cold, and it may, I'm sure we'll get a couple that run the pier heads. But as of right now, yeah, they're definitely staging towards the big river mouths, PM, Manistee, the Betsy, the Grand, Muskegon, all the big ones. And sure, a couple I'm missing. Thanks, Craig. Appreciate that. Yeah, I like doing videos for everybody. So anyway, let's do the fishing report real quick, and then we'll grab a quick Q&A session. Then I got to get back to the boat, and I got to do a few more things to get ready for tomorrow's trip. And, so fishing report. Thanks, Jim. I missed your last name, but thanks for the nice comment there. Long and short of it, fishing is pretty darn good from what you see in the comments right now. You're not going to go wrong just going straight out of the major ports, Manistee, Ludington, Frankfort. There's a lot of fish right out in front of those places right now. Normally, straight out, mile south, mile north, in those areas, you're going to find them. The north wind's probably going to scatter them a little. It's going to shut them down a little. I mean, compared from yesterday morning to this morning, the bites definitely slowed down. I mean, we still had close to 20 bites this morning, but the volume of bites in a shorter amount of time was definitely much greater yesterday. So I can tell the north wind slowed them down just a touch, but not terrible. You're still going to get bit. So 80 to 200 foot of water. There's fish all through those areas. Plugs are on fire. I ran plugs on all 3 downriggers. All 3 downriggers are going. I ran plugs on all my long lines. I got to think what I ran. 7 color, 8 color, 10 color, 200 coppers, 225 coppers, 300 coppers. All those took hits, all with plugs. And then divers, high divers both had flash or fly, and low divers both had meat. All of those took hits, multiple hits. Speed. Fishhawk speed at the ball was about 2.2 to 2.4, maybe 2.5. I do like to run the plugs a little quicker. And if you're running meat and if you're running flash or fly, it'll tolerate that, no problem at all. And you can throw a few spoons in the mix too if you want to. But plugs for me that have been really good. Mother of Pearl's been good. White Lightning's been good. Both the Ace High and the J plug style. What else has been good? Black Lightning, Green Lightning. I don't know, I'm over. Double Glow. That thing's been going. What else am I missing? I'm trying to think of my spread. Oh, green splatterback, blue splatterback. Yeah, all those have been pretty good. As far as meat, a Dreamweaver 10-inch two-face, UV two-face with a pickled sunshine rig. That's been going really good. Moo rig, I haven't been running a moo rig, but I've talked to several other boats that have, and they said that thing's been pounding as well early in the morning. Flasher fly, I still have been running a lot of glow, like white glow blades or white glow spin doctors, like a double crush or a white slick, things like that. Or that two-face crush glow Pro Troll that I've been running all year. That thing's been pounding pretty darn good. Riverside flies, pickled sunshine flies, KRW flies, all those have been going great. And I don't think what else I'm missing here. Direction, it sucks when, like yesterday morning, not only did we have 4 to 6 foot waves, but they were straight out of the west. So we actually did a troll north-south, the first troll we did from north to south with cross waves, and we got bit like crazy, but man, was it uncomfortable. I was setting divers with about as wide a stance as you can imagine, trying to keep my butt from getting knocked over, and fighting fish and that stuff was insane. And then we put it on the east-west troll, trolled out west to about 280 feet, had bites the whole way out, spun around, came back, and had bites all the way back in. And we had to pull them. It was just too rough. This morning with the north wind, we just ran up to I think we ran up to about the 19s or the 20s and just trolled back south for the whole first hour and a half. Spun her back around, trolled back north. I came down in like 120 foot of water. Spun around, went back north on a troll, worked it out to like 250, and had bites out there as well. I think the last 45 minutes, we had 4 or 5 bites. All divers. No, I take that back. 2 divers and 2 plugs on long lines. Anyway, I mean, that's the fishing report in a nutshell. If you're out there, you're probably going to get bit. I don't know if this north wind is going to push them all. I don't think the main horde is even here yet, to be honest with you. I think the main horde is still someplace getting ready to stage, and we're going to get some of the local fish, the ones that are already out staging. I have no doubt that this north wind, I have no doubt some of them are going to shoot up the pier heads. And, tomorrow morning, it may not be a bad idea to look around the pier heads. Anybody that's watched this channel for a while knows how much I love pier head fishing. But it's a necessary evil. And, it's got to be done. It's got to be done. There's always good fish around there if they're there. But I still think that there's still going to be fish out deeper water as well. And if it's rough in the morning and you can't get out in the deep water, it might not be a bad idea to take a few passes around the pier heads. Just be careful. I mean, it's pitch black in the morning. Even if you're starting at 5 a.m., it's still pretty darn dark by the time you hit the pier heads. And lately, I've been seeing some boats around the pier heads with some really sketchy lights. Be careful. When you get big waves, your boat, if you got a smaller boat, your small boat can disappear in those waves pretty darn quick. Make sure you got good lights on those things, both in the morning and in the evening. That just doesn't go for small boats. That goes for any boat. I've seen big boats with sketchy lights. But, just don't have a flashlight taped to a pole like I've seen. That doesn't cut it. Yeah. Don't do that. Or don't have a flashlight you're just waving at other boats as they're coming in, because that ain't going to cut it either. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. So be careful. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm sure everybody saw pictures of the boat up on the pier head the other day. If you didn't, just go on Facebook. You'll find it. My God. We all want to laugh at that person, whoever it was, but more inside of me, I feel bad for them. I mean, the public ridicule has been awful anyway, but just imagine how they feel as well. It's a real easy mistake to make in Manistee when you're going out in the morning and it's pitch black, because the South Pier Heads has 2 lights. There's the outside pier head light, which obviously is the furthest one out there, and then the inside pier head light. They're both red. And I have no doubt that person was just motoring out through the pier head, saw that first pier head light, the inside one, and you can actually look to your left right there, and you can see what looks like open water, because you can see the boat lights over the piers or over the break wall over there. You can see them. And if you're not familiar with it, and you make a left turn right there and power it up, hammer down, full send, which is I'm sure what they did, you're going to smack that pier head. And it's happened before. In fact, the last time it happened, 10, 12 years ago, it was a while ago, somebody got killed on that one. And it sounds like nobody got hurt seriously on this one, but man, just be careful, all right? If you're not familiar with the water, invest in a GPS at the very minimum. I mean, you're going to see where you're at most of the time. I don't know how many times I've run in at night. I mean, many times, obviously. Each time I come in at night, if it's pitch black out, I will take a moment before I get going, and I will set a waypoint on my GPS right outside the pier heads where I want to be. And that gets me, most times I don't need it. But it's nice to have. It gives you a little bit of a peace of mind, I guess, that you're at least going to the right place, because it's real easy at night, too, to misjudge those pier heads, how they look. The south pier head is much, much longer than the north. The north one has a lighthouse on it. It's real easy, if you're not familiar with the pier heads, how you can get discombobulated and think you're in one place and you're in absolutely a different place. It's real easy to do. Have a GPS with you. At a minimum, have a GPS. Don't have a $100,000 boat and no GPS. That makes no sense. Anyway, that's my public service announcement for the week. Just be careful. There's a lot of boats out there right now. It's going to be really dark in the mornings and the evenings. Have good lights and just take your time. Let's make sure nobody gets hurt. Yeah, Mark. It just makes sense to run something on your GPS. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Peace of mind. It doesn't matter how many times you do it. There's still times when I think I'm in one place and I'm off a little. And it just surprised me. Oh, I had that a little wrong in my head. It doesn't matter how many times you do it. It can happen. All right. That's fishing report. That's my PSA for the day. And that's about it. We're about 15 minutes in. Let's, if you got any questions, throw them out there. If not, I'm going to get going. I'm just sitting here in the middle of a field almost, getting ready to run back to the boat. Somebody asked me what reels do I run on my downriggers. I run Daiwa Saltists. I run Daiwa Saltists on my downriggers and my divers. They're just such good drags. Everything else I run Akuma. I love Akuma. And Akumas can be upgraded to be almost like Saltists, but Saltists are still just a touch above, in my opinion. But you can't go wrong with Akumas on even if you want to just run Akumas on your divers and your downriggers, the Akuma cold waters will get you there. No problem at all. They're nice. Eric Nearing, you want to know? Oh, my prop. I never circled back to everybody on that. Yeah. So my prop. A couple weeks back, most of you remember I hit something. It was probably a submerged log. Manistee Lake has ancient logs in there. Manistee Lake, of course, was a timber lake way back in the day. One of the busiest ones, if not the busiest one around. There's still some of those ancient dinosaur logs that float just below the surface and move around the lake. You're welcome, Todd Bone. And I hit one day, if you didn't hear about this. My starboard side prop, one of the flukes, was just twisted up pretty darn good. And I called all around the state. And I found one place in Detroit that said they could get it done in about 5 days. And that sounded, I had to run it down there if I wanted to. 5 days was about the best I had. And then I did one more quick internet search, and I found a place called, oh God, I don't want to mess this up because they were such good. I think it was Black Creek Prop. And they're just outside Howard City. If you do an internet search, in fact, you know what? Later on, I'll put a link down to them down in the description. I want to remember this right. Call down there, talk to them. Super, super nice people. Super nice people. And the guy said, hey, I'll take a look at it. Can't guarantee anything, but run it down to me. Ran it down there, hour and 15 minutes, dropped it off. Had a really nice vibe from these guys. A husband and a wife, got to meet their nice dog. Ithaca, their dog Ithaca, super nice dog, brought me his Frisbee and got to throw that a few times. And dropped it off. He said, I'll call you the next day. He got a hold of me the next day, and he had it done. Less than 24 hours turnaround for $300. I paid him $400 because it was worth it. $300, less than 24 hours, got it back on the boat, and runs beautifully. The only other issue I had was we found 2 busted motor mounts also. So that shut me down for about another 5-6 days. We really struck that thing hard. 2 busted motor mounts, the bent prop, and we're back up and running. Good to go. But thanks for somebody reminding me of that. I wanted to tell you guys about that before. I'm pretty sure it was Black Creek Props in Pearson, Michigan. It's in Pearson, Michigan. Pierson. Chad Douglas just asked if I allow bananas on the boat. Chad, you can bring them on the boat and find out if I do. No, I don't even like saying that word. All right. What else you got? We'll answer up a few more questions or a bunch more if you got them. I got to get going. You barrel. The comment section here never disappoints me. All right, pretty quiet. We can get out of here. 185 people. You gave me about 50 thumbs up. I appreciate every one of those. Got it. Yep. Eric Seeley just nailed it. Black Creek Propeller Repair in Pearson, Michigan. Those guys are awesome. Awesome. If you need propeller repair, call them. They are amazing. All right. Yeah. Let's get out of here. Thanks, everybody. Heading back to the boat right now. Thanks to everybody who stops by the boat every now and also and just says hello. Or I've had several people drop off packs of walleye as well. If you got more and you want to drop them off, I would gladly take them. I love me some walleye. But it's always nice to see people, meet people, and everything like that. Thanks again to Tim Schloud, who first made it for me the other day as a fill-in. Did a great job. And, yeah. Oh, Tim, you just asked me how I like the Verners. Tim gave me, I think it was a black cherry Verners or something like that. That stuff is cracked. That stuff was great. I'm going to get more of that. It's wonderful. All right, out of here. Take care, everybody. Be safe out there. A lot of boats. Be careful. Take your time. Do it right. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person on Facebook sitting on the pier heads. I hope they're all okay, though. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys. Take care. See ya.